Good morning, guys. It's day 6, beginning my journey in Florence. I had breakfast this morning at a nice little cafe over here, and on my way to visit the Duomo. Alright guys, I'm standing here in the Piazza del Duomo, the most famous church here in Florence. The sheer size of this thing is absolutely incredible. This piazza is made up of several parts. This right here is the Baptistry of San Giovanni. This, of course, is the main cathedral facade. Up over there's like a sliver of it that you can see is the actual dome, called Brunelleschi's Dome. This is Giotto's bell tower, and there is a museum in the back that you can't really see from this angle. There's the dome at a better angle. This is the original south door of the baptistry, with panels depicting scenes from the life of St. John the Baptist. This is the north door, made between 1401 and 1423, and this one depicts a lot of the early carvings of the early church fathers, and then several New Testament scenes, so the Nativity, baptism of John the Baptist, the Transfiguration. This is the west door, the west entrance. This door has panels depicting scenes from the Old Testament, also famously called the Gate of Paradise. Hey guys, I am climbing Giotto's bell tower, which in Italian is Campanile di Giotto. 460 some odd steps up the tower. So I made it about halfway up the tower. Beautiful view of the dome here right in front of you. And then of course, the city of Florence. It's about 9 a.m. here this morning. Here's the other side of the tower. There's the Baptistry of San Giovanni, looking west out here. Alright, so that was a nice break here at the middle level. Let's keep walking. Alright, so after another couple flights of steps, we made it out to this overlook. Alright, that's enough of a break. On we go. Giotto's bell tower is made up of 7 different bells, the largest of which is called Santa Preparata. And each of the bells has their own names, and it corresponds to names describing the Virgin Mary. So you can see one of them up there. This one is here called the Apostolica. This weighs 5,000 pounds. The largest bell weighs 15,000 pounds, which we will see on our way up. We made it to the top. Look at that view. You can see all of Florence from here. That right there, that's the Uffizi Gallery, the world famous Uffizi Gallery. That over there, that's the Piazza Pitti, where we were yesterday. There's a channel that you can't really see, made up of these little houses over here. That right there, that's the Arno River. And I believe right there, that's the Ponte Vecchio. So I'm here inside the museum. It's a beautiful place. This museum was commissioned to hold a lot of the works of art, the bells, all the other artifacts that were removed from the cathedral over the years, and make them once again available to the public. Alright, so right in front of me is the original northern door of the baptistry. I stood in front of it earlier and explained what was on it, but this is the original that was taken off and preserved here in the museum. This is the original door of paradise, reproduced here. This was the main door to the baptistry. And above here is the original baptism of Christ. This is the original crucifix from the baptistry, made during the first half of the 14th century. This is Michelangelo's next to last work, and it shows a lot of his personal faith. It is called the Pietà più intima, the most personal pity. The person standing there is Nicodemus up there, but whose face is that of Michelangelo. And what happened when Michelangelo was making this was that he became frustrated at the quality of the marble, and he ended up mutilating his own work, which had to be pieced back together after his death. So this dome was built by Brunelleschi. He based it off of the baptistry's dome, which was built 300 years before. Now the way it works is that there is an octagonal base, and so Brunelleschi took that idea and and so you can see the drum of the dome with 8 called eyes, and in each of these are mosaics depicting the events in the life of Christ. Now the dome stretches up about 90 some odd meters. I can't remember the actual figure. Brunelleschi won the project from other famous sculptors of his time. He was highly criticized for his work. A lot of people were saying that his proposed idea couldn't come to pass. On the top is what is called the lantern, and it sits on top of the dome, capping it off with the golden sphere and the cross on top. The idea of this structure was that it was supposed to allow people to get a sense of nearness to God. So this was built in the early 15th century, and later on Michelangelo would base the dome of St. Peter's Basilica off of Brunelleschi's work. So I'm here in the Musical Instrument Museum, housing a collection of musical instruments by the Medici family. They were very passionate about art as well as music, and so this little gallery here houses a lot of their collection. This was made by Antonio Stradivari in 1716. This is a tenor viola built by Antonio Stradivari in 1690. I'm standing here in the Galleria d'Accademia, most famously known for the statue of David by Michelangelo. But before we get there, there are 4 other works by Michelangelo called The Prisoners that he sculpted. And they're over here. This is called The Young Slave, The Slave Awakening, The Bearded Slave, Atlas. And the idea is that these prisoners, these people are being oppressed, and the idea is that it's supposed to symbolize mankind's struggle to be freed from oppression. And now we have the most famous statue probably in all the world, Michelangelo's David. It was carved from a single block of marble and finished in 1504. The thing is about this piece is that it was actually a pretty poor quality piece of marble that Michelangelo was handed, but he managed to create a stunning masterpiece with it. Left hand holds a sling, and there's a part in it where it was actually broken because this used to be housed outdoors but was damaged during some riot. And so later on they were trying to figure out where to best store this piece, and it ended up here in Florence. And this skylight and area was built specifically to house this statue and to display this statue. The statue looks larger than life. You can see the amount of detail that went into it. You can see the bulging veins from his arms, the sculpted abs, the iron stare towards his target. It's reminiscent of Roman style, so the right leg sturdy like a column. It's just incredible to stand here and look at it. After a long line, we're finally climbing the steps to the dome. Alright, so that is the inside of Brunelleschi's dome. Just look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. So here you can see the 8 eyes. These mosaics depict the life of Jesus. The dome itself is made up of 12 different sections. The one right in front of me depicts hell and the judgment, with several rings circling up, the top being Christ right there, and then the prophets of the Bible, as well as depictions of heaven. From this angle we can see the inside of the lantern. We're still climbing these steps. Pretty steep out here. Check out the way out. We made it to the top of the dome. I'm standing here at the lantern level. You can see that above me. And here's the view. You don't want to fall down from here. No, you don't want to do that. So there's Giotto's bell tower. Piazza del Duomo down there, the facade of the cathedral, and behind it you can see the tip of the baptistry of San Giovanni. So we're standing here at the top of the dome. Wow, this is kind of scary.